you very much, Senator Carper. Welcome, Mr. James. Glad to see you. Thank you for stopping by yesterday. I understand from our conversation that as a trained engineer, you will follow responsible climate science wherever it leads, and that you bring no predisposition against climate science or any science for that matter. Is that a correct understanding of what we talked about?
Yes, Senator, that is correct.
Terrific. We also talked about something that you very clearly conceded, which is that your expertise is not in coastal matters. Your expertise is with respect to inland matters and rivers. So I wanted to point out that the GAO has indicated that we are going to be facing multiple billions of dollars of coastal losses annually in the short run. The GAO has said that number goes above $50 billion annually before the end of the century in coastal losses, this mostly from sea level rise and worsening storms. That the GAO report cited a figure that the total harm, the total damage to America's coasts between now and the end of the century is looking to be $5 trillion. So I know that coasts aren't your area of expertise, but I sure as heck hope that they will be an area of focus for you. And a signal that the Army Corps is not really focused on this is the FY18 budget, which has $1.3 billion for inland projects and $46 million for coastal projects. That's a 29-to-1 ratio of inland to coastal at a time when we're looking at a $5 trillion hit to coastal economies. So I hope very much that you will focus on this. Let me just show you real quick a map of Rhode Island. Our best data from our University of Rhode Island, from our Coastal Resources Management Council, and from NOAA. When you put that together, what you come up with is, this is the map of Rhode Island, the northern part of Rhode Island up near Providence. Here's Providence right up there at the top. This is upper Narragansett Bay. Everything that you see in blue is now land. Valuable land that has people's homes on it, people's businesses on it, critical infrastructure on it. Up here in Warren, there's a sewage treatment plant in the flood zone. So there's all sorts of stuff that is really at risk in my state. At 10 feet, we lose 36 square miles of valuable homes and property in my state. So I really need to make sure that you'll pay attention to this. And could you tell me a little bit about what you might do to make sure that in your office, given that you don't have expertise in this area, there will be both expertise and attention to this area in your shop?
Yes, sir, absolutely. And I might say that I may have misspoken when I said I didn't have any coastal experience as a member of the commission. The commission has worked with South Louisiana, both the river navigation and also trying to keep their coast from eroding as badly as it has been in the past. Been a part of that. I will tell you, I didn't learn everything there is to know about that coastal erosion, but I have been involved.
We're just worried that we don't get the attention on coasts that the inland and river work does in the Corps, that has been a long-standing problem, but that when you're looking at GAO saying, look, could be $5 trillion in coastal damage in the decades ahead, and it's going to be $50 billion a year, that's something worth paying more attention to.
I will definitely look into that if I'm confirmed and see why that's happening, and try to make a informed judgment on it. And if there's not some scientific or really economic reason for that, then I would happily get back with you to discuss it further.
Yeah, and I look forward to working with you to make sure that somewhere in your office there's somebody who really is expert and focused on our coasts and coastal infrastructure, because we're past, I think, being able to overlook that. and I appreciate it. We had a great meeting. I wish you well.
Thank you, sir.